it's weird because it feels like an eternity. Even though they just played Tuesday, it feels like an eternity since Game 5. The 2 days off really does make a difference.
Here's the thing, though, about that song. Just really quick before we start talking about the Canes.
Came out in 2001.
Bryce Young was born that year.
Yep, that's just want to point that out.
Just want to point that out.
When that song came out in 2001, that's when Bryce Young was born.
Who were well and alive and all that, we remember that song very clearly coming out. Bryce Young was born in 2001.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Canes now.
Yes. Chris Lee, Dennis Cox here with you. 4 things you need to know going into tonight's game. First thing, what you need to know is what we don't know, is that we don't know who's starting in net tonight for the Carolina Hurricanes. Rod Brind'Amour, again, earlier today was asked if Antti Raanta is going to start. Here's what Rod Brind'Amour had to say.
Maybe. That's the only one that I'm not going to disclose, just for the hell of it. Well, there's just nothing else to have fun about. So I'll let you guys sweat it out.
Was it an easy decision or a hard decision? Or
no, it's either one of those. It's just kind of is what it is.
We don't know who's going to start, but I certainly have a preference who should start.
Who do you prefer?
I think Freddie Anderson should start.
Why?
Because first off, with the caveat, if he's healthy, because I knew that he wasn't healthy before.
He did back up Game 5.
He did back up Game 5.
So he's healthy to play.
If he is fully healthy to play, Freddie Anderson should play. This is why he was brought here, to be the number 1 between the pipes, and we haven't seen it yet in the playoffs from him. He wasn't available all last year during the playoffs.
No.
Hasn't been available through the first 5 games of the playoffs. I want to see what you got, homie. You've done a great job for us in the regular season last year and this season. We haven't seen what you can do to win for us. And maybe, who knows, maybe if he played last year, that could have been the difference between us beating the Rangers and going on to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Or not, because we didn't last year. So we want to see what you could do for us. What is going to happen with that? Freddie Anderson, we need to see you on the ice.
And here's the caveat as well. You still have a 3-2 lead in the series. So if Freddie doesn't play well and you lose tonight, you can always go back to Raanta in Game 7 on Sunday.
Because there'll be too much pressure for Freddie.
Probably would be. But that actually gets into the thing number 2 for the Carolina Hurricanes tonight. Close it out.
Yes.
Close it out. And here's why it's important. Believe it or not, the New Jersey Devils, they were down 3-2 in their series against the New York Rangers. All right, the Rangers won the first 2 games on the road in New Jersey. Rangers lost both of their games in Madison Square Garden, tied things up 2-2. Devils won Game 5 last night. So right now, the Devils have a 3-2 series lead over the New York Rangers. That the Carolina Hurricanes play the winner of that series. The reason why closing out tonight is important is because Game 6, a potential closeout game for the New Jersey Devils, is tomorrow.
Yes.
I want the Canes to have more rest going into that next series, whether it's against the Devils or it's against the Rangers. Game 7, potentially, for the Carolina Hurricanes at PNC Arena is this Sunday. Game 7 between the Rangers and Devils, if the Rangers win tomorrow night, is Monday. So the earliest that the next series would start for the Carolina Hurricanes against whomever they will play would be Wednesday of next week.
I know you like movies, so let's put this in movie terms for a second.
Okay.
For a movie that I've actually seen.
Okay, this is a rare thing, but go on.
Scream, right?
Okay.
The Carolina Hurricanes, excuse me.
Yes.
I'm still in draft mode.
Oh, we're always in draft
The
mode.
Carolina Hurricanes, they are Courtney Cox or David Arquette, right?
Okay.
And they're being chased by the Islanders. Who's the person in the Scream mask?
Okay.
That guy, you always know that if you don't really kill them, they always come back.
Yeah.
So this is the opportunity. Tonight should be the headshot for the Canes.
Okay.
Get rid of them right now because they can always come back. And things can get scary in Game 7.
Game 7's
and
get
we
weird.
saw what happened last year in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs against the Rangers. So they came back and they beat you guys. They got you out of the playoffs when that shouldn't have been the case. You should have closed them out. Close out the Islanders this year. Learn from your mistakes.
If we look back at 2019 for the Carolina Hurricanes, they were the road team against the Washington Capitals in that opening round series. Canes were down 3-2. At home, won Game 6, then went on the road and won Game 7 of that series. So guess what? It's been done to them against a team that they had a lead again, or where they were trailing in a series. Yes. So like you said, they had a 3-2 series lead last year against the New York Rangers in the second round. They lost that series. Which gets to the third thing today that you need to know. The Carolina Hurricanes last season in the playoffs did not win a single road game. They were 0-for-6 on the road last season. Now, they did take game number 4 on the road in New York against the Islanders earlier this series back on Sunday. They straight smiggity smacked them is what they did. Won that game 5-2.
I love it when you said that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Good use. Good use of that word.
Here's the thing, though. You're only one of your last 8 on the road. Now, you did win the most recent one, but you're one of your last 8 on the road.
So it means you lost 8 in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you lost 7 in a row. You've won 1 of 8.
Oh, sorry.
They lost 7 in a row. They won the most recent. Should I be concerned they're on the road? Yeah, you won the most recent one, but that doesn't necessarily mean all your road woes are over. Rod Brind'Amour has said that this isn't a thing that they talk about, but I don't know. Guys are human. I'm a fan. I hate the fact that they're on the road. I want them to clinch at home. That's why I wanted them to clinch on Tuesday in Game 5.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Being on the road does concern me.
It concerns me too, just mainly because it feels like the vibe of this team over the last couple of years is they feel like they can turn it on whenever.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you've seen them play, especially in a regular season, just some against certain teams where it's like, yeah, you should have beaten that team. They're kind of lackadaisical. They're down 3-1, and all of a sudden, boom, a blitz in the third period, and they get to overtime, and they end up winning overtime. We should have won anyway, and we did win, and yeah, we're great. But you just let this team kind of be in it and have a lot more confidence than what they should have had.
Yeah.
You can't play around with the Islanders like that. They are a playoff team.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Get rid of them right now. And that does worry me because on the road they've been lackadaisical like they've been before.
Is Rod Brind'Amour nervous ahead of Game 6?
I don't think one game goes to the next game. Like it's just okay. Now we have to play another one. And that's just we're going to go about it and try to win that one. And so I don't really think there's any more or less, nerves or anything like that. There's always going to be that. It's playoffs and you're trying to win every night. So. I don't think there's a lot of carryover.
It's a fair point. Again, 2 days off, I think that actually benefits the Carolina Hurricanes in the sense that any sort of quote-unquote momentum, which momentum in the playoffs to me is a farce because you could have said after game number 3, the Islanders, especially late in that game, just kicked the Carolina Hurricanes' tail. They dominated that game. What happened in Game 4? The complete opposite happened.
Yeah.
So any sort of quote-unquote momentum that the Islanders could have gained in Game number 3 and Game number 5, that's all gone.
Yeah.
2 days off between games, that's all gone. Which gets me into the last thing, the fourth thing that you need to know, Chris.
Step up.
Martin Necas, please be the player that we saw the first 2/3 of the season. Gosh, please, you are so talented. Please be that guy. Martin Necas, please be that guy because I'm telling you right now, there have been multiple scoring opportunities and multiple goals that have been scored by the Islanders because of Martin Necas. Because of Martin Necas. You go back to when the game was Game 5. Martin Necas turns the puck over in the neutral zone. He and Brent Burns did. It was a 4-on-4 situation. Guess what happens? They come right back down. Islanders do 2-on-1. Barzal stings it in the top corner. Nothing Ronta could do. Islanders take the lead.
Yeah.
Don't look back from there. All right? Go back to even game number 2 where they had to go into overtime. Brock Nelson straight sunned Martin Necas, just knocked him away off the puck. Brock Nelson comes down, scores. So, and there are multiple times that there have been opportunities for the that the New York Islanders have had because Martin Necas was in bad defensive positioning. He's trying to do too much. Chris, as someone who's like still relatively early in a relationship with somebody right now, I'm sure you may have experienced this in the past with your wife. Early in a relationship, because you might be trying to do too much. Like too much to the good, but it actually ends up hurting you. That's what Martin Necas is doing. He's trying to compensate for the fact that he sees Teuvo Teravainen is out. Andrei Svechnikov is out. Jack Drury has been out. He also sees the fact that Max Pacioretty's out. He feels like he needs to do too much right now.
I feel like he's too worried about punching people on the bench
than
punching in goals. Like, simply, we need you to use your speed and athleticism to create more chances, my man. And whenever you do that, even if you don't score, it creates chances for other people, and it puts the defense in havoc. They don't know what to do. They're squirming all around, and then all of a sudden maybe Aho can bang it in. We need you to create those chances. Use your speed to your advantage, man, and get your head into it. You're Martine naughty by natures.
Be it.
We need you to be naughty on that night on that ice.
Do it. He's a -5.
Oof.
Plus-minus rating, -5.
Oof.
He has 3 points. They all have come on the power play, but even strength is where he needs to step it up.